full of things to talk about,
Mhm.
and I'm sure you have a good handful of things to talk about. My stuff's mostly I don't know if quick clips maybe reactions to quick clips. They're we'll see as we get to them. But you shared this to me, and I saw this just before you shared it. Also, the founder of OnlyFans died.
Crazy.
43 years old. They said it was cancer.
Allegedly.
Um, I'm not here to make fun of people who die from cancer. But I'm also, if I'm honest, not going to mourn the death of the founder of OnlyFans. I'm just being honest. I don't know. What do you say? It's a free market economy, Ryan. There was a void in the market, a vacuum in the market, and he filled it. I get it, but at the same time, I
He's
don't think
gotta
that
be linked to somebody, okay?
the
Because
country's not
somebody's linked to somebody who owns
backwards.
Pornhub, who's linked to fucking child trafficking. This cocksucker was some kinda child trafficker. I assure you.
Maybe, maybe. Let's let's let's
Really,
let's
ta
play it out. We'll play. No, hold on.
we're going to give the 1% chance that the largest online prostitute ring ever invented isn't involved in human trafficking.
No, I just think even without, I think you don't even have to go there. Like, let's play this out in like a best case scenario. Best case scenario, this guy, um, like I said, just filled the niche in the market. Ryan, it was it was
Visionary?
basically cam girls, okay, but he maybe gave the girls more control over their
Privatized cam girls?
themselves, I suppose. Sure, privatized cam girls, whatever. It's free market. He came up with an interesting idea. Even if you play that all out in the best case scenario, clearly the world is not a better place because of OnlyFans. And we could, like you were saying, we could play this out and go to the worst case scenario too. But I think even the best case scenario is not good, and that's not entirely his
Yeah, I
fault,
mean, what's
right?
the
Because
best case scenario
if
that
there,
his platform, like, maybe potentially freed women from third world countries or economics
well,
or,
that would be being extremely generous, I suppose. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying the Cardi B's of the world, David.
Sure. I guess maybe that's the best case scenario. I played the most realistic case scenario, right? Where,
Yes, yes, I'm
but
looking at the Goldilocks,
yeah,
the unicorns.
sure. But like again, I'm not gonna celebrate his loss, and I'm not gonna mourn his loss because of the situation. But with that said, I think it's an interesting time to like look and reflect and think that even though what he created, I think, is inherently not a good thing. If he purely was just filling a niche in the market, then that's on us as well, not us specifically, but us as like the human race, us as Americans, us as whatever everyday people, men,
Horny,
however you want to look at it. Sure.
horny.
Like, we've said this in the past on the program. Like, who do you blame most for OnlyFans? Well, I blame weak men for OnlyFans. It's the only person you could blame for OnlyFans. You could blame sluts. Sure, you could. But you
Oldest
know,
profession, dude.
yeah. But again, I don't know. Maybe this is just the way I look at things typically. But like, if 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 weak men didn't give them the market, then regardless of of what they're willing to do on camera for money, it wouldn't really matter if you wouldn't give them money.
David, would you be okay with, like, if there was just more of, like, a actual red light district in society, and then it wouldn't have to go to the way it is?
Well, I've actually said before.
Like, would porn die if there's brothels?
Yes,
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
100%. I've said
Yeah,
this
and
before.
then
I'm actually
you would
not that.
actually get real intimacy, and then it wouldn't be giving men the illusion. And honestly, if we're talking about getting experience, like, you know what I mean? What's better? It's like you're, like you're going to a woman and she's going to teach you how to please her. Like, like, I'm not saying use brothels as a sex ed tool, David, clearly. But it is an interesting thought. I've never actually thought about it till this very second. It's like porn would have to go down. If men had more access to actual physical intimacy, they wouldn't need the digital intimacy, which also makes me believe, which is why we don't have brothels in America.
Sure.
Because it's like big porn. Is that big porn like big oil? You know what I mean? If we're talking about the
They gotta
power
have
of,
some pull, you would
well,
think.
it's the largest pull there fucking is, David. I think Pornhub's like one of the wealthiest companies on earth. I'm
No.
sure of it. I don't even know if you can look up the.
Yeah, they can't be that.
I don't know if you
I'm sure they
can
are, but
on the stock market, but like actual a woman. There was one woman because you can't really get information from Pornhub, and Jordan Peterson had her on. I never watched the episode, but she made her rounds on the internet like a year or two ago, and she talked about all the shit that she dug into and found out about Pornhub in particular.
historical peak 460 million in 2018.
All
No,
right, no way.
I've said many times. I don't know how many times I've said on the show, but I've definitely said it before. I'm actually not that I think people should participate in it in any way, but I'm actually very okay with the idea of legalizing prostitution. It would be very much like OnlyFans and porn. I would say don't do it. That's absolutely no.
Well, I think
But
it promotes the opposite of school shooters. Like you have to, like if we're just looking at the incels, which is really the threat, right, at America. Remember how they said domestic terrorism is actually the worst threat in America because all the school shooters. Okay,
yeah,
but like that's incel people that are basically not sexual because they, not because they want to be. These people just are weirdos and nobody wants to fuck them, and then they go and kill people. Some of them, right? I'm generalizing. So I don't know. I'm not saying fuck, go have this kid fuck somebody, but like I know my life changed when I started trying to get laid as a man. 100%. I stopped caring about video games and Star Wars, and I cared about a lot of different stuff. And some of the aspects of our life, Dave, we go, you and I talk on society and this. I always kind of knew I was going to go to school by the time I left for trade school. Like when I left high school, I was going to go to the trades. Like I already knew I had direction there, so I didn't have to worry about that like some kids. But yeah, man, like work and get laid. I always told my brother it was real easy when I was a kid. You get a job, you graduate, you get a job, you get a girlfriend, you graduate high school. Like you don't get her pregnant. You get married and then you have kids. I didn't necessarily follow all that order, but um that was just like the thing. People kind of talked about it. And we don't have that. And I think like what's happening is since men are getting laid less because nobody's trying, everybody's sedated. This is the theory I heard kind of talked about the fuck robots, but everybody's like self-sedating when you're horny. So like even everybody goes out and we're all like, yeah, let's all fuck. Like basically everybody goes out still to fuck. But since we're all standing around like, I didn't get no action, we all go home and like jerk off. You know what I mean? And we all like go out in public to be seen and act like we're gonna fuck somebody, and then you go home and jerk off anyways. Like, yeah, I think brothels it would encourage human interaction in a weird way.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's been around since the literal dawn of time. So
I think it'd get the drug, honestly, a lot of the drugs out of it. Whatever. We're fucking speculating heavy in the beginning of this half of this program on adult sex.
well, I think it would. Would it cut down? Would it cut down on shit like this, Ryan? Check this. Check this out. Are you ready for this clip? The reason I even am going to talk about this is because it made me fucking laugh. Because very specifically, we were kind of talking about this. So I see this little note here. After Clavicular exposed a mother for cheating on stream and going viral, the husband finally speaks out. Can you guess what the husband said?
She's a whore.
Perfect. That's probably an appropriate response, right? Like, what's this whore doing out? This married girl doing out in the
Yeah, like
club alone with fucking 20 fucking 5-year-old men.
yeah, like where's your husband?
Sure. His response was, "My wife is a grown woman who I've been with for over 25 years. She can do what she wants." It gets worse. The context makes it worse, right?
Isn't the goal to like want to be spending time with your partner?
You would think so.
You're literally the worst parent I've ever seen. That's so fucked up. She's fucking, she's in this state and you're out here cheating on your husband. Yes, you are. You're disgusting. I don't know why you would do that. You're literally the worst, the most evil parent I've ever seen. Get her water and sit her down. You're literally
Get her a water and sit her down. I'll be honest. I've seen like a handful of his stuff, and I'm not like the biggest fan on earth. But Jesus Christ, dude! Like, how the fuck? How do you watch that as the husband of that woman? I'm watching this as not even knowing who the fuck that woman is, and I'm mad. How do you watch that as the husband and be like, "Well, we've been married for a while. She can do what she wants."
She's a grown woman,
You're out of your fucking mind. Ain't
and
no way.
and you are a man.
You are a grown ass man. Are you kidding
You
me?
are you are a man.
There ain't no way. 25 years, married 25 years, and she's out at the club with fucking
Jacked, handsome dudes that are looks maxed, and you're fat maxed. Yeah, dude. You're fat maxed. He's look maxed. But
I'm sure Brett Cooper was there without her husband also.
oh, we talked about that, right? That she talked about that dude for
Yeah,
an
well,
hour, like
yeah,
a day or
you
something.
shit
Before
talked him,
he's
so she just
so
let
like,
him
look
go.
at
Be
his
nice to him.
strong muscles and chiseled jaw. That's fake and turns me on.
Holy fuck. She's like, yeah, how dare I
Not
smile
all
at him?
girls
It's
like a
like, no, you didn't
super.
smile. I know that look. Trust me. That was not just a smile.
Not all girls like a 6'2", jacked, 5% body fat, handsome devil.
Rich,
Yeah,
famous, fucking
rich,
yeah,
famous,
no, totally.
everybody. I'm not one of those
Totally hate
girls,
him.
but
I love my husband from the Daily Wire. Dude, get the fuck out of here. There ain't a person alive with any sense who believes that shit.
what's crazy is like, Dave, they may not let us pass like the purple carpet events. We may never make the red carpet events, but at least I kept my integrity because she wanted to fuck that guy. Like, I don't.
100%.
I am unapologetic. I don't care if I never see Brett Cooper. Like, dude, just admit it.
I would admit it. You got to kind of do like one of two things. You can admit
You
it, or you
just
just like
admit that he's a
never,
handsome dude.
or just like
Yeah,
don't talk about it at all.
yeah. You either don't talk about it or be like, I'm a married woman, but like, he is handsome. Like, son, like, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's why I like the. I prefer the don't talk about it approach. I think.
No, you shouldn't. But if you're
Yeah,
going to, it's not spend 1 hour. Whatever. I'm not doing the women thing today.
are you sure?
It's just crazy because she was the one, she like left the Jews and said, I'm gonna go do my own thing and, raise fucking kids with cows and, get away from all this busy life. And the second you could go to a red carpet and get fucking wet panties for a handsome model, you go. This reminds me of Ben Shapiro's wife getting fucked by like his bodyguard or something because he's at work and can't turn her on. Like this, like
Ben Shapiro had a post
I
about
don't think everybody is a fucking animal degenerate, barely coming from the salt of the earth people like me. Some people really have nice families that go to church and they don't say fuck. And I understand. But like, do we forget like human nature exists and it's like undefeated,
Ben Shapiro had a weird post, and he's probably not the guy who should approach this topic at all, given a couple of the things he said in the past. But there was a documentary that came out on, I think it went to Netflix, about the manosphere or whatever the fuck they call it, which is basically the red pill movement. And Ben Shapiro kind of harped on it too, like calling these people, like some of their things, like the Andrew Tates of the world, like unattainable or whatever, which is kind of a compliment if you think about it, right? Like when you're
Unobtainable for the women, or like for men to
no,
not
for
be
men
them?
to get to that level and those things, and it's like kind of
But
like,
wouldn't Ben Shapiro tell you to go for excellence?
well, Ben Shapiro tells you that it's impossible to get a woman wet, so like he's not the guy I want to listen to, on like men stuff, but.
Hold on. Ben Shapiro's telling me that the things that the guys in the red pill are unobtainable, but like the same thing that America tells me is kind of what they tell me. That's like work hard, build a business, open an LLC.
Sure, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right?
Yeah, get
Just don't
fucked,
do it with
get
a six
money.
pack, though. Like, is
So
that
don't
the
do it with a
unattainable
six.
part?
So the only thing I have to do is I have to do it with a beer gut, a dry wife, and a dry wife and a beer gut, and to be married to one woman
thing
that
is,
doesn't fuck me. That's I'm and then she can take half the shit. No, don't say that. Women don't take half the shit, David. Okay. All right.
if you're gonna
I'm
go
not even on that
after,
train anymore, to be
if you're
honest.
gonna go after the red pill movement, I think there's things in the red pill movement I absolutely don't agree with either. But if you're gonna go after them, you kind of got to. I think the way that makes the most sense is like the Matt Walsh way, where you're like, listen, I see what you're doing, I get it, it's fine, but like, I personally think that the nuclear family is better than running around and sleeping with 100 whores and having 20 kids to all of them. I think it's better to have a nuclear family and have one woman who's your rock, your everything, and then you have 10 kids with her or whatever, right? Like that's the way. And Matt Walsh thinks that's the way, and Andrew Tate thinks 100 women and 20 kids is the other way. And but Ben Shapiro is not arguing that, he's saying it's unattainable. Well, now you're just kind of like making it more alluring in a way, isn't it? It's like Ben Shapiro says it's unattainable, but I'm watching these other people attain it, and now I kind of want to see if I can. I don't know. It's just, to me, unattainable is such a weird word to describe it. It's what like fat girls say about hot girls.
It's unobtainable, and he's a billionaire. You're being told something's unobtainable by a billionaire.
And then again, then what's the unattainable part? The muscles?
The very guy that, if you listen to Ben Shapiro, who I'm sure didn't save any of his fucking L'Chaim money, he said that he was broke and wrote down Daily Wire's business strategy on a fucking napkin when he was out to lunch with Jeremy Boring. And now they produce full-length production movies. But it's unobtained. Donald Trump had a 1% chance of winning the election in 2016 when I woke up on the Buffalo News. I remember the newspaper. Unattainable.
That ended up not being true. It turns out that was very attainable.
It's just assholish because, David, to your point, like how many examples of exceptionalism are like Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, like fucking America itself, like what, like.
All those
I know why they do. It's to break your spirit. Like, it's crazy. The very people that told you, because we caught them with the hand in the cookie jar. This is what, like, I don't know if we've gotten here yet. This is like the fourth wall right now. We got to the point that we got them all in power, got them all erected.
You got
them all erected. We got them erected, selected, dude.
Wow.
Dyslectic erected.
I know we were going to that.
We got them elected, red wave, Supreme Court judges, super majority, had everything. Senate by 1 seat or 2 seats, House in the bag, have the president and have the Supreme Court. We gave them that. We all were like, all right, dude, no wars. We're not going to have wars. We're going to have $2 gas. Eggs aren't going to be $8 for a dozen. Dope, dude. And then the shit didn't happen.
No, they blew it. Did they blow it though, or was it,
And now, David, You said the thing that existed that didn't exist, and then you were going to release things about it and not alter them, but they were altered. Even though the thing that you said you weren't going to alter that was altered, you said didn't even exist to begin with because he didn't kill himself, but then the woman who's supposed to be in charge. So then when that all comes out and we caught you, we got you eating children, and it's everybody, and you said it didn't exist. We're right here. We're right here. We seen you. We got you elected. We caught you. You released the thing you said you were going to release. It self-incriminates everything. The whole system, everything's open. They did it. They actually did it. They did. Trump did do what he said he was going to do. He actually was like, all right, he called everybody's bluff. That's what they did. They called. I don't think David called. Tell me if I'm wrong. Nobody said this yet. They called our bluff, and we don't know what to do with it. We were like, show us the pedophiles, show us the aliens, show us the chemtrails, show us the vaccine, show us COVID's bullshit, show us the World Health Organization, show us fake Nazis, show us the fucking Antarctica's bullshit. And you know what? MK Ultra, the Nazi program, fucking Lyme disease. Like we got them on everything. I got you on chemtrails from my place of employment. Like I took pictures of chemtrails from my place of employment for 10
Just water
years.
vapor, man.
For 10 years. I'm not special. That's like what pisses me off. But that's what I mean. I fucking knew, you know? Like I was like, dude, that ain't normal. Like
Water
you're crazy.
vapor.
All right.
Water vapor.
But they called our bluff because they knew. And now this is literally what's the dog experiment, David, that they shocked a dog so much that when they opened the door, the dog didn't even want to leave anymore?
I don't think I heard that one.
Oh, look it up. Look up the it's a dog experiment that they hit it with a shock collar trying to leave, and then it eventually stays in the cage. I also heard one about a barracuda. They did this with a barracuda and fish and a piece of glass in between a tank. And the barracuda beat against the glass until it gave up.
Classic learned helplessness experiments from the 60s and 70s. The Schilder and Vanderborg in 2004 guard dogs training. Cooper et al.
It's probably the learned helplessness one.
Yeah, so learned helplessness. Dogs in harnesses received electrical shock they could not control. Group 2 dogs could stop the shock by pressing a lever. Group 3 dogs received the same shocks but had no control. What?
Let me guess, the dogs that got shocked and could hit the levers, they were the adversity ones. They got through it.
Later, when placed in a shuttle box where they could easily escape shocks, the no control dogs, group 3, gave up and laid down, showing learned helplessness, passive acceptance of pain. This foundational work demonstrated how uncontrollable aversive stimuli can lead to depression-like states and is frequently referenced in discussions of punishment-based training. What the fuck?
Yeah, so when you were just politically Stockholm syndrome for the last 6 years of your existence on this earth, especially if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, and you didn't live in this world before you became in this world, if you weren't history, religion, politics, and art-oriented like David and I were for many, many years, only by the grace of God that we have paid attention and have stayed awake in school to even know what to fucking say when the time came to say things. But yeah, we went under political Stockholm syndrome. We made the term. It's the second episode of the fucking podcast. It's the name of the episode when we used to name them because we thought that would get around the algorithm that didn't exist, David. Obviously, there's no shadow banning. I can obviously find my own YouTube channel on YouTube, even though I'm subscribed to it, David. Clearly, that's normal in America. But political Stockholm syndrome for 5 years. Lies, repeat, lies, repeat, lies, repeat. They propagandize people with ringing a bell in the fucking city every time somebody died from it. And then you fast forward to where we are now. No, we're not going to have any wars. And then all we've had is fucking war. After we just had all our friends and family and neighbors dying, you locked the world down. We went right into war. We elected Biden right into war. I've heard about nuclear war for the last 5 fucking years.
That's because they were so close. Iran was so close to nukes. How could
As
you
close
not?
as it's ever been, Dave. We got to move that doomsday
close.
clock. They've like cooked us. And now it don't matter. They opened the gate and they said, yeah, we're fucking kids cutting their feet off and sucking all their blood and worshiping the devil. We lied about aliens being fallen angels from God. We lied to you about your money. We lied to you about the petrodollar. We basically make up all this shit. It's ran by secret societies. We're not going to call them that, but they are organizations that are outside of regular governments. Oh, yeah. And all your homes are, the reason you can't afford everything is because the stock market bought up all your single family homes. And yeah, so not only are you going to be homeless, but you're going to own nothing. And you guys caught us all.
Well, you will own nothing, but you will be the happiest you've ever been.
Well, I mean, we told you the happiest you'll ever be because you'll either be dead or you'll be happy. And just like the Soviets, this is actually, I'm putting this together. I told my mom about this, that during the Soviets, you couldn't even say that things were bad because you would admit that communism was failing and then they would drag you off and kill you because they couldn't make you go against the party narrative that things were better under communism than they were before. And that's what they mean by you'll be happy, is because if you say you're not happy, they'll kill you. They will force happiness. They will force dopamine. They'll either drug you, synthesize you, they'll fucking dope you up, or they'll just, if you don't say you're happy, they'll kill you. And we're right here. We're literally right here. I was telling my mom earlier, like, I truly believe if we don't have like an actual, like a seize of power from our elected officials by the people, that we're really fucked. Because I don't think we go back. So I didn't mean to go there on this, but yeah, David, they opened the door. We don't even need to leave any. People don't even want to leave. Even the people that knew how bad it was like, I'm good. You know, and like I was telling my mom earlier this too, that it's real shitty because as a young person, David, you and I or whatever, we inherit the world from the baby boomers and our parents, and they're all invested in the system. They all got their houses and their 401ks and their retirements.
401ks up, man.
Well, David, in order to fix the system, you got to bankrupt your 401k. And this is the other fucked up thing. We've talked about it on the program. There is enough money. People, if you think that we're going to revolt against the government and then we're not going to be able to like have people get retired, like it's
yeah. I mean, the economy's huge, and what do we keep hearing about? You know, from the Epstein files, is that the release of the Epstein files, and remember, we've only got half the documents. But the size and the scope of the Epstein files, it's so grand. It cuts into so many. Its roots are dug into so many sectors of the finance industry and Hollywood and
well, and that's the leverage. That was the whole
ruin
leverage. The whole
everything, Ryan.
fucking thing was crafted. They did this by design. This is the secret societies. This is the after parties. This is the Oscars. This is the Hollywoods. This is the Ivy League schools. This is the fucking trade unions. This is the fucking. That's what all this has been all these fucking years. This is Scalia being part of this weird ass fucking thing. That he wakes up with a pillow on his face and dead. Like, come on.
Well, people always
so jacked into it,
kind of just die in weird ways.
Well, how many White House chefs have died?
I had this planned. I don't know if you saw this headline yet, but I saw it today for the first time, and it might have just been released today. But this is one of the craziest things I've ever read. This is from the New York Post. Key Charlie Kirk mentor Jeff Webb dies in freak pickleball accident.
Somebody died during pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball accident. Yeah, it's a very dangerous sport.
I want you to look up how many people die from pickleball in the last 50 years.
Okay, I'll look that up and then I'll read a little bit of the article because I'm curious. I'll be honest, I saved the article for us, right?
I want to know how many people have died from pickleball in 50 years. Now, those balls do get moving, so it's probably higher
cruising.
than I imagine.
Cruising,
That's why I said
sure.
50 years.
Watch it. Watch it's like some crazy. It's like 10,000 people a year.
1,000.
It's very few. No, it's actually very few. 2022 study showed one recorded death due to cardiac arrest. Which
Heart attack from pickleball?
They guarantee they're vaccinated.
Fat.
Context on risks. Sprains and falls.
Definitely death.
Over 50 years, the total deaths directly attributable to playing pickleball are extremely low, probably fewer than 50 worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah, worldwide.
But the guy that
50, it happens all the time.
The guy that Charlie Kirk.
One of Charlie Kirk's key early mentors has died in a freak pickleball accident. Texas businessman Jeff Webb, described by Kirk's Turning Point USA as a visionary who helped shape generations of young leaders, died Friday at the age of 76, 2 weeks after suffering a serious head injury when he fell playing pickleball. The conservative author, who was widely dubbed as the face of modern cheerleading, succumbed after 2 weeks on life support.
Did it really say cheerleading?
Yeah. What's the context? Like actual cheerleading? Like cheerleading? Widely dubbed as the father of modern cheerleading. Okay. TPUSA posted a nearly 10-minute tribute to him on Friday, calling him a dear friend to TPUSA and Charlie. He will be greatly missed. Webb was an early mentor to Kirk, who met him when he was just 24, later hailed his friend as a potential future president before his assassination last year.
That guy was going to be president. I never thought about it until I heard it. Like, it was a couple weeks ago, but it's like, I could see that.
He called for cheer routines to feature more acrobatic and athletic elements. Okay, yeah. Apparently the
He's really the
guy was super into cheerleading.
They're really not helping the pedophile thing, are they?
What in the fuck? Yeah, I just wish they were upside down more and put them in skirts too.
Higher. Lift her higher.
Lift her all the way up above my head. Okay. I guess. What the fuck?
All highs. The only reason they had public school is so that they recruit girls to fuck.
Jesus Christ.
High school is just the 1980s Tinder.
Holy shit. Did you see Dan Bongino getting fucking ragged in public?
I fucking hate him. I did not see this, but I'm glad somebody's standing up for the people.
Oh my god, it's great. It's like it's some of the most like satisfying shit to watch. Hold up. This is amazing. Here we go.
How did you put your name on it? You're a pedophile protector. A pedophile protector. Pedophile protector. You put. I was a cop for 9 years. You're a pedophile protector, faggot. You're a pedophile protector. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
This is why we're not allowed near these people. Just to be clear.
Hey, for that piece of shit that said I sound intellectual, a lot of intelligence going on right there, bud. Really, super agreeable Jesus right there. That guy had a super agreeable Jesus moment there.
Dude, Bongino's whole fucking he did this like when he first came back to air. Like his whole thing was like, well, you guys didn't do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody appointed me to be the deputy director of the FBI. But
yeah, you didn't do it either.
As fuck assure you, I'm not hitting Fox News and going like, yeah, actually, I read the file and Epstein definitely killed himself. Yeah, actually, there's really nothing here to see. Actually,
Definitely not going to release
yeah,
the
there's nothing to
video
really
on.
prosecute in here. Like, there's definitely nothing going on. Yeah,
You're just cutting off the feet of children and sucking their bone marrow and
Get
worshiping the devil.
fuck out of here. And then you're going to go back to your show and just expect to be like, oh, well, it's the same old Bongino. No, dude, you completely shattered all your credibility. You were the us. You were us. You were like, oh, fuck the government. Look at all the shit they're doing, right? And then you get into the government and you're like, yep, nothing to see here. Fuck you. No.
Do they just brainwash? Like they can just fucking Men in Black them?
Well, I mean, there's literally, MK Ultra and all that shit, but I think
I didn't say like.
Well, they were replacing
Yeah,
people's
no,
memories. But
I'm not saying they can influence your thoughts with Bluetooth speakers, David, and wireless headphones, David.
But
that I wear every week on
it's more likely they just
held a gun to his daughter's head and
family.
said, "I will fucking rape her and kill her if you."
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that's more likely.
Probably.
I don't know. I mean, what do you say about these people? I mean, you built up your entire podcast career. You built up being against everything that you're now standing for. It's like how can you have any credibility? You spent a decade trying to like create this persona of like anti-tyrant, right? Like whatever you want to call it. Dude, you were in government for 1 year. You were in 1 year. All the years of podcasting, all the shit you talked, you went into government for 1 year and caved immediately. That's crazy. And then you like go back to podcasting and like demand all this respect. Dude, that's not how it works. It isn't. You fucking shattered everything you had. I don't know if you happen to catch Joe Kent was on Tucker Carlson. We kind of mentioned him. Maybe it was last week because he stepped down.
Did I tell you I met a guy that was on Tucker Carlson at a birthday party political event, and he's actually running for the 26th district in Depew, I think for a judge or something. But he was on Tucker Carlson because he fought to have his son. They tried gender reconfirming. The school tried getting him, and he fought the brainwashing and won. And I met him, and the first thing I said to him was, he's like, I'm running for, I was like, look, dude, I don't know what district I am. I was like, but they're fucking kids and nobody gives a fuck. I don't know if I'll ever vote again. I was like, I was the biggest Trump defender there was.
You were the king of the Trump dorks.
And I was king of the Trump faggots. And you have the audacity to come up to me and tell me to vote when you... He's like, well, actually, I was on Tucker Carlson because they tried confirming my kid, and I'm now running to smash pedophiles. He's like, my first thing will be to go after pedophiles. I was like, I'm in.
Sold,
dude.
Sold.
I got a picture with him. Sold,
100%
dude.
sold.
The first thing I'm doing is going after pedophiles. I'm like,
that's all I'm after at this point.
I'm in, dude.
I don't know. Are like is going after pedophiles like the new national debt? That was like everything.
Yes.
The conservatives forever ran on national debt.
And
then they were getting
hold on, fiscal responsibility. The debt didn't matter. It was just fiscal responsibility.
Yeah, fiscal responsibility.
Because they would float the debt and deficit. They'd be like, well, we have a deficit, but then they'd ignore the debt, and then they'd bring up the debt, but ignore the deficit.
Yeah, well, it's all really the same thing. I mean,
smoke and mirrors. Well, money's not real, David. It's
you have enough deficit, run up, you're in debt.
You run out of money.
That's just how that works.
Well, just make more money, David. Why don't we just make everybody a million?
Well, they made lots of money, and that's why that's part of why they're in debt. But no, like forever, conservatives ran on bringing down the debt. Even Trump himself said he was going to like cut it in half in his first term or something.
Spend more money than all that.
Fucking lofty goal for sure. But like now they just blatantly don't even pretend to care anymore, which is like the craziest thing. They at least used to pretend
It's
to
actually
care.
yeah, it's my favorite part.
Like
It's
nobody
my
even
leading
brings it up anymore.
principle. It's my
Yeah.
leading principle that I'm a Bernie bro. It's like my one leading commie characteristic, David, is that you motherfuckers, I heard my whole life, you hear about it's too expensive. And then the second you can buy some bombs, you're buying bombs. It's actually the exact amount of bombs that I would need to send all of our kids to college. Fucking weird. Really weird.
It's a lot of bombs.
A lot of bombs, dude. That's a lot of bombs.
But I feel like
how many colleges did we build? Zero. We built 0 new colleges, but you spent $1 trillion on bombs.
We got to bomb a lot of people.
I would even be willing to give food stamps $1 trillion more than spend it on bombs. I don't.
No, I think I'm 100% on team no food. Like
no, you're
no, dude. Like our homeless people are fat. It's like we have a problem in America. I think if you get food stamps, you should have to go to a mandatory. Like, I need your BMI before I send you a food stamp. Like, what are we talking?
Would you promote fasting? Like, you have food stamps and fasting class?
Yeah, well, probably. I think
here's you need to be on a caloric deficit.
Yeah. I'm not buying you food if you're fucking overweight. It's just not happening.
So you get MREs.
Yeah, if you become underweight, like, we'll talk. But until then.
Did you ever hear how they came out with government cheese?
No.
So there's a thing that the government would pay farmers for their cheese during World War II or whatever, instead of throwing it out. And they would buy it. So the government had like technically all this milk, and like the way to store the milk, instead of like refrigeration and all these glass jars, they turned it into wheels of cheese. So then they were spending all this money on like cheese in the White House. Like Ronald Reagan was president. He's like, dude, how much are we spending on cheese? And it was like to like refrigerate it apparently. And then he said, you know what? Fuck this shit. And he ordered it to like be included with the SNAP benefit as like government cheese. So they would like package it. And like welfare cheese came from all the cheese that was sitting from like the war.
Weird. To go back a little, Joe Kent was on Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
We talked about him a little bit just because he stepped down.
So sick.
He said he had lost faith in he didn't really say the Trump administration, but he did say in the Iran, let's call it a conflict. Specifically, he felt like we were kind of being led into war by Israel. Well, it certainly seems that way. I mean, Marco Rubio's own words, but sure, no, Joe Kent's a bad guy.
Marco Rubio said that, huh?
He literally asked him, and yeah, he literally said, he's like, well, we had to do something. Israel was going to get attacked. So Trump
just open a cage. Just open the cage, and they stay there. Look at how good we got them trained, people. Look at how good we got the middle class of Americans trained. They'll just stay there. The rich people will buy an island, and they'll fortify their riches, and good. I wish them well. I wish the local millionaire well. But all you poor and middle class poor people, yeah, we just open the cage, and you guys got to sit there.
Trump had a couple interesting words about Joe Kent. I guess we'll just put it that way, and then I'll roll the clip here. But man, he's just got a certain way of talking, I guess.
He's aged a lot this time.
If you look at, and you never cover this, if you look at his truths or whatever he went on, if it's X or truth, if you look at his truths or his statement, he was all for everything. All of a sudden, he wasn't. He was a man that I met at Dover. He came and his wife was killed. He remarried fairly quickly. His wife was killed, and I felt badly for him. He ran for Congress, he lost. He ran for Congress again, and he lost. I said, he's a guy, nice guy, seemed like a very nice guy. I met him. He was pretty heartbroken, but I said, it's a shame. He ran for Congress twice. Call him up, give him a job in the White House. Smart. They gave him a job in the White House, and this is what he does to me. You know, being a nice guy doesn't pay off too much.
Mr. President.
Think of it. He loses twice in Congress.
The fact that he keeps pointing out the fact that he lost. He lost twice. I don't know if you guys heard me. He lost 2 times back to back.
Yeah, it's like a big deal to lose as a politician, huh?
He can't even win. I had to hire him. Poor fool. You know what's crazy? Like, this is such a typical
And
Trump
then he
thing, though.
resigns. No one resigns from Trump.
Lost his wife, married too quickly, in my opinion.
Too quick.
No, it's
Very
like
quickly.
it's like such a Trump thing to be like he hires the guy. He obviously likes him. Nobody for years says shit about him being a leaker, but all of a sudden he steps down and he's like leaking classified documents. So you let him leak classified documents, never said anything until he stepped down? Like, I'm confused about how that played out. Because the second he stepped down, all of a sudden he was a big leaker. Oh, he's leaking all the classified documents, and you kept him in? Now that reflects poorly on you if anyone is paying attention or has any logical ability. It's like...
This is bad marketing.
Yeah, well, it's just poor messaging, of course.
Poor messaging.
The guy was leaking classified info. You kept him employed because you liked him. I like the guy, even though he lost twice. Can't win.
Goodness, what he does to me.
Unlike me, I won 3 times.
I won all 100%.
All of them. I even let Joey Biden take the second one because I felt bad. I kept winning.
Should have won, but he loses twice. How do I get him? I have my people call him because I didn't deal with him for the most part. I saw him a couple of times, but I never dealt with him at all. I had no idea.
I never dealt with him. I just know his wife died.
Dude, this is like the weakest complete push of accountability. I don't even know the guy. I saw him on TV, saw him lose twice, and thought we should hire that guy. Somebody else go do it.
I don't know,
me.
but
I
I
barely
picked up my
talked to him.
phone. I just hire him. I don't know him, but I need him.
In the same sentence,
I
he's
heard
like,
his
yeah,
wife
it's fine, I didn't
died.
hire the guy, but also I didn't even talk to him. I don't know the guy.
His wife died. Has a lot of free time.
Well, that's a lot of free time, even though he remarried too quickly. What the fuck?
Whatever it is, I can say this. He said very strongly that Iran is not a threat. Iran's been a threat for 47 years. And there's not a country in the world that doesn't agree with me on that. So I take this guy, Joe Kent, who lost twice for Congress.
Dude, he's still going. This guy who lost twice. I don't know if you heard me earlier. He hasn't won once. In fact, he's lost 2 more times than he won.
Well, is it better to work for the president or work for Congress? Congress, technically.
It's better to podcast.
Yeah,
Like, you literally have no poll. Like, it seems like such a high position, right? And like, even Bongino, as much as I shit on him, to be the deputy director of the FBI seems like a big deal. But really, like, you don't really have any poll. Like, what are you going to do as the deputy director as the FBI?
You're probably better off being Steven Crowder talking mad shit on the internet.
Well, you're better off being Dan Bongino on his podcast, like 100%.
Yeah, you think that's why he left? He had more influence.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think did he get reprogrammed?
I don't know. I think something happened.
Reprogrammed?
Something happened. But like, think of Dan Bongino as the deputy director. Like, think of how many people he had to answer to. I mean, right out of the gate, Kash Patel was his direct boss.
Kash Patel's girlfriend.
He had to answer to the honeypot for sure. I don't. Trump clearly, obviously.
The honeypot thing.
Dude, Kash Patel.
This shit ain't real, bro. Is it real?
Like, she's not that attractive, but like, she's clearly out of Kash Patel.
Way hotter than her. Like,
she's probably realistically like she's probably is what all the girls like Project Veritas. That's probably what the girls look like. Like, hot enough to get super dorky CEOs who can't get laid to tell every fucking secret possible, but not really that hot. Let's be honest.
I'm still thinking about the Coldplay mama. He left that.
Lost twice.
And was devastated. And I know that he lost his wife. So instead of letting him live out his life, I brilliantly have my people call him and offer him a job in security, essentially.
He lost twice, lost his wife. He's lost 3 times, really, if you think about it.
Lost big.
In the White
And
House.
security,
And
essentially.
what does he do? He goes out and he says that Iran is not a threat to get publicity. Now, he probably signed up with CNN or maybe signed up with your division of Newsmax. I don't know, but probably signed up with CNN or somebody. But
Who's
if you
owned
look at
by
his
the Trump
his
family?
tweets, X's or truths, whatever he uses, I don't know because I don't follow him. What he said is 100% he agrees with me. All of a sudden he leaves. I never knew he had a problem. Now I hear they're looking at him for leaking. That's possible. But just so you listen, just to put it to rest, he lost twice badly.
Dude, this is a 2-minute clip. He has brought up that he lost twice 8 times. You're out of your mind. This guy's a loser, big loser. Hasn't even won. In fact, he's lost twice.
He also lost his wife. He's remarried since. He lost his wife. I felt badly for him. So I told my people, reach out to him, give him a job at the White House. This is the thanks I get. Any other?
What the fuck? The hell kind of response is that? Hey, what do you think about this Joe Kent guy? He stepped down. He said, I don't know, guy's a big loser. I hired him. Super big loser. Leaking all over the place. Big leaky bucket. Big leaky loser. I don't know. It's Brian, do you got anything crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, can I play one quick thing and then we'll because the thing I'm going to play doesn't matter, but it is. You just have to at least see it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I looked into this because when I first watched it, I thought, ain't no fucking way this is real. It turns out it is completely real.
Guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this. Why is it so like elasticy? I'm gonna bend it.
Dude, what the fuck?
Look at that. It's like slime. This is real chocolate. No, this is fake real chocolate, bro. It's like poop, bro. This is literally like slime, bro. Look, I'm literally peeling it.
I guess that has something to do with like the new. Apparently, they have a new like formula or something.
I was told that Hershey's says it doesn't say chocolate bar anymore. Like it doesn't say it doesn't say chocolate on there. Chocolate flavor. It's chocolate flavored now.
Hershey's has made major changes to the formula, including replacing cocoa butter with cheaper vegetable oils like palm oil, shea oil, and sunflower oil.
For the record, there's no need to make it cheaper. There's no need to make it cheaper. There's no need to make your product cheaper.
Are people calling for less expensive Hershey bars?
Why? If it's not the same Hershey bar, am I asking? They're replacing our food with fake food. I said they did that during the pandemic. For the record, not that it's all these things, but it's like I remember talking about like the fruit got big. It was like, how the fuck is there's super huge blueberries? They're all perfectly the same size. Like our food's fucking been replaced. It's all plastic. It's probably all canola oil. Buy cotton, eat fruit. I don't know, man.
I want to look into this. I haven't heard anything about the.
All right, is it me?
Yeah, but I want just real quick. I want to see because I haven't heard that if it changed from a chocolate bar or something.
Yeah, like because you ever see like the thing that it says like processed American cheese or cheese product. You ever pay attention to sliced cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hershey's
something like that,
still-
I guess.
Hershey still officially calls its flagship product a chocolate bar, specifically the Hershey's milk chocolate candy bar. It's primarily labeled as Hershey's milk chocolate candy bar. Ingredients start with milk chocolate, sugar, chocolate, milk, cocoa butter, etc. Hershey's own marketing continues to refer to itself as the Great American Chocolate Bar. They still produce and sell it under the milk chocolate designation because the core bar meets the US FDA standard for real milk chocolate. It contains cocoa butter, not just vegetable oils. In late 2005, early 2026, high cocoa prices led Hershey to make changes to some products. Items like certain Reese's seasonal products, Mr. Good Bar, Crackle, whatchamacallits, and a few others compound coatings.
I love a good bar. It's a good candy bar.
These products can no longer legally be called milk chocolate in the US, so their label now calls it chocolate candy, chocolatey, or similar. Oh, so not the Hershey chocolate bar specifically, but the other
But
ones.
one of their other candies.
No shit. Yeah, we kind of did. Remember that headline forever ago? We were talking about, was it Subway in like Ireland or something? Can't call their bread.
Yeah, they had a
bread?
label as a dessert. Yeah, unless they changed their formula because it processed the sugar when they did scientific testing on the bread.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's here with our chocolatey chocolate bars.
I don't even get to eat chocolate anymore.
Chocolate flavored bars of oil.
Junk food is literally just
Double.
junk now.
It's like double junk food. It's not even good junk.
Regular food is junk. We have plastic food and then like super junk food.
Get yourself one of those fucking dark 85% cocoa bars.
Ugh.
Oh, fucking get after it.
It's like
Baker's chocolate.
It's like chewing a dry piece of cow shit. Dude.
All right. Well, you don't work your. Okay, let me rephrase my advice. Work your way up. Maybe start with like a 60%.
Because
if you try to jump from a milk chocolate bar to an 85% cocoa bar, you are gonna fucking. You have no idea what to do with yourself.
You're eating battery acid, dude.
It's a little bitter.
All right, David. Did you see the flag football game?
No, I heard about it though.
Okay. So I only saw a couple clips and Logan Paul and
I did see
Tom.
clips, but I didn't watch like
the Yeah. So Logan Paul and Tom Brady have been going around fucking around and he's called him a bitch and stuff. And
yeah, it's hilarious.
There was some slap happy shit. So out of anything, I just took a.
It's clearly not.
Yeah, it's all in the sport, and they're both just hyper competitors, what makes it super dope because he's like Brady if it was just all on him. Right? Like I think Brady's only like humble-ish because football is such a team sport. But like Paul, everything he did was alone.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's almost like if it was like a selfish Brady.
Well, even down to like his current wrestling career, like
I forgot he wrestled.
Well, wrestling is like such a me thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's tag teams.
It's all image.
Like, realistically, it's all image and whatever. Which is funny you say that because I happen to know because Nolan's into wrestling that his Logan Paul's entrance is a song that Logan Paul made himself, and it's called "Humble."
Hilarious.
And it is definitely not as good as Kendrick Lamar's "Humble."
So yeah, it was cool. That was also cool that the professional flag football team beat professional athletes in flag football.
That is cool. I will say watching I Show Speed go stride for stride with NFL receivers is fucking wild.
That'd be so dope for that guy. That guy is like on such a lap for amazing. He may have one of the
fast that is. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that guy may have one of the most interesting lives when he's all said and done for being so young. Like, I mean, his thing to Africa he went on a couple months ago was fucking
borderline the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life is when he jumped 2 Lamborghinis. That's fucking absurd.
Didn't the one he like went bungee jumping and the fucking thing broke and it didn't kill him?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh my
what the fuck?
God, dude. Yeah, dude's exceptional. Yeah, I just thought it was cool that the pros lost. And I don't know if like the pros like didn't play halfway, blah, blah, blah. But I would like to think Tom Brady was trying to win.
I think some of them you can't take that out of. Tom Brady seems like a guy who would show up to like he would show
That
up to
guy's
like
trying to beat you at like
yeah,
fucking
he
beer
don't care.
pong.
Sure.
He's trying to beat you at beer pong. Like
Yeah.
he's going to beat you. You can't even play darts against that guy.
No. Dude, that guy
Yeah.
doesn't let his kids win shit. Like
No, his
no,
kids can't
Monopoly,
win a
he's
claw
dominating,
machine
yeah.
around him. Yeah, he's
You just see he's a hyper competitive
Could
dude.
you imagine? Yo, kids, where's your dad? He's on the claw machine. What happened? Susie won one, and he just had to win the rest of them. Tom Brady, the claw machine is funny. Yeah, so that was cool. Did you see the little Grammy drama with Michael B. Jordan and Kim K?
No.
I sent you the picture. It was Robert Downey Jr. giving Michael B. Jordan an Oscar, and
Yeah.
I text Dave that I was on Threads laughing and crying because there's all these black people talking about how a fellow black man was giving another black man his first Oscar. Just, the shit that makes it the best is when I first seen Tropic Thunder, I didn't know who Robert Downey Jr. was. And
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
know.
He's fucking awesome.
And I didn't know that he was playing a black guy. So like I seen that whole movie.
Not even understanding.
Not even know. And then years later, I'm like, wait, Iron Man was the guy in Tropic Thunder.
Dude, Iron Man's amazing. Dude, so underrated. And I honestly don't even remember what it's called. But Robert Downey Jr.
So crazy.
Did a movie with Zach Galifianakis. And it was like almost planes, trains, automobile-ish. Like they're like traveling with each other for some reason. It's just, dude, Robert Downey Jr. is so underrated in so many ways. He is legitimately fucking hilarious though.
Dude, they had in the Threads thing, they had like the behind the scenes where he would like stay in method acting. He like stays in character. He's talking about how they built the pyramids out of sound and shit. This is so fun. He's like holding a gun to the guy. He's like, shh. Opens, checks, and he's all right, we're loaded. All right, hold on.
So his method acting was to be Terrence Howard.
It's so fucking crazy. Dude, imagine this is in like 2007. I see Tropic Thunder, like what year it come out? Like 2008?
I don't know.
I seen it. Yeah, I was in high school and they built the pyramids with the sound. I didn't bring that up to go into the Robert Downey Jr. bit, but it is funny. But I just thought it was dope. Kim Kardashian, after Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar for whatever movie, she was like, "Oh, I heard Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar. He deserves it. I wonder if he's single, asking for a friend." And everybody's
Kim
like, "Oh my God,
said that?
Kim Kardashian's hitting on Michael B. Jordan. Oh my God." And then Michael B. Jordan like took to Twitter and he's like, "Yeah, I'm good. You try to insert yourself around black excellence anytime a black man's doing good. You insert
literally,
yourself
I was
and make it
under
about
the
yourself."
impression apparently Lewis Hamilton was supposed to be with her. And you sent me that thing. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, if this is true, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Lewis Hamilton was on a road trip with Kim Kardashian playing Kanye West. Like, not a song, like the whole discography. That's fucking hilarious. You know how fucking crazy that is?
I told this to Dave. I had a coworker today. I was like, I don't really know much of Kanye's discography. Like, as far as like, if we're talking hip hop, the way I dork out about it, I'm so Kanye ignorant. And I kind of like it that way. Because all the extra shit is the only thing I have to judge him on. It's all that. all the extra fucking Kardashians and like I said Dave the meme too. It's one of my other favorite Kanye things he ever said. It was like they asked him they asked him if he ever wishes the best for Kim Kardashian. He says, nah, because I'm the best she'll ever do. And it's just like just imagine thinking you're that dope though, that you're like, nah, I'm the best you're ever gonna get, dude. Like there's 8 billion people. Nope, just me. It's crazy. Dave and I talked to the scenes. We'll get into it another day. Maybe we'll do a full Carl Jung breakdown on Kanye. But Dave thinks he's the greatest artist to ever live. Black man holding another black man his first Oscar ever is crazy. Dude, I caught The Matrix the other day on TV. I was going down to lay for bed and I caught like the last hour of the second one and then like the first hour of the third one or the first half hour till I passed out.
Is it crazy that I've only seen the first Matrix?
Dude, you gotta watch them. Like as cool. I've seen them all. I seen them all like probably before I was like 15, right? So like they were all kind of scattered. So like I didn't really remember the second one. I don't really remember the third one either, but the second one might be cooler.
Than the original?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna spoil the shit out of it. Because he gets to the place that the guy's called the architect, and he tells Neo. Like he like tells Neo like the problem with humans is that you have free will. And that is actually like Neo is just he's not the chosen one. He's just the natural it's what happens basically like when you leave free will unchecked, there will eventually be a Neo. Like eventually after all the additions, there will be a revolution led by this one. And it shows like a room of screens, and it's all of the Neos that ever existed, that ever came and traveled. It's like the idea of like visualizing a multiverse, right? Like behind him. But in 2000, David, we didn't call, right? Like if you think back then, David, we weren't talking about multiverses, right? Like the concept of the Matrix being a multiverse was mind bending. And then Marvel Cinematic Universe has had multiverse for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like what a zeitgeist flip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of cool actually. But it's cool because the second one, like the first one is like Neo gets the pill, right? You go to bed or wake up, boom, takes the pill. Then he realizes he's the chosen one, can bend the spoon, can fucking fly. Oh, cool. And everything's just like bop, 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 right? But the second one, it's like a loss. Because Dave, this is like the same thing we rail Sam Harris on, right? It's like the free will thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's an innate flaw, at least to the architect, right? And the architect says it's like the Matrix is in its sixth version, and it's interesting to think that like the very thing that is always begetting to process is free will. Now, I'm not saying this like literally, but like look at Stalin or Mao or Hitler or like 1984 or the Matrix. They all are like telling you that like the thing preventing us from doing the thing is free will. And like they haven't coached free will out of us yet because they don't have a metric. And I just couldn't help but just think like it's the social credit score. Like the way you map out free will is social credit score. But just go back and watch them. The little bit of the fight scenes and the slowdown, the action kind of holds up. Some of the backflip stuff's a little corny.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, I watch it with a grain of salt. But like the actual nuts and bolts of like the actual them fucking driving around and like, all right, we have to like, it kind of held up. And it's cool to see older storytelling. It actually made me want to go back and start watching older movies again. So, also, David, I've been playing a little video games.
Yeah.
Zelda Breath of the Wild may be the greatest game in human experience. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody.
he's a huge fan of it.
It literally. I want to get the Tears of Kingdom game, but
I think she said she liked Breath of the Wild a lot more.
yeah, from my understanding, like Breath of the Wild is in when you look at every game like literally ever made, it's the best game ever made. And then apparently, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time was voted the number
Yeah.
one game of all time overall by like whatever massive game community.
Yeah, I've heard that frequently. That's a common like number one game for a lot of people.
I will say in my life that was the first game that I ever fell in love with, and I was 12 to 13 years old, and I 100%ed it and did everything like everybody else did, and it's probably why I still like video games when I play them now.
I played the new Resident Evil recently. That was the newest game I played.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, it's rock solid. Yeah, it's outstanding.
Dope.
I don't understand people. I was hearing people were having trouble playing it because it was too scary for them, and to me, it wasn't even. It's not even close to the scariest Resident Evil game. I don't understand what that was all about.
Maybe you're a psychopath.
Maybe. Could be.
The Switch 2 as well. I don't plan on buying a console, but I was checking out like the hardware at Walmart. I was like fucking around. The Switch, dude. I said this before when I bought the Switch a couple years ago. The thing's ahead of its time. Like it just don't. It's fucking genius. There's very few things that like when you look at in our society that like you can be like, wow, man, that like is really for all the stuff we have access to. That's a clever use of the entire kit and caboodle. And for video games to like not have a jump forward and a long like it's like holy fuck, dude. Like it's just
the thing that's interesting. Handheld games or systems, I guess I should say, never did particularly well, but Nintendo always was really good at making them. But the thing that's good with the Switch is that even if you're not into like the handheld game thing, you can still use it like a regular console. So they almost
it's
like
just it promotes you
both
wanting to
ways.
bring the thing with you.
Yeah.
You know, like I used to lug my Xbox around as kids, you know, back and forth to like your friend's house and LAN party and shit. But like, dude, the Switch I could put in my pocket. Like I literally put it on a pair of jeans. And then what? I could just go to my fucking friend's house with a TV.
I will say you kind of not entirely. I don't want to make it sound like you don't lose. Like it's like lugging a Xbox now. But the Switch 2 is like a little bit bulkier, a little bit bigger. The controller's it's even though it's similar, it's a little more awkward to use. Like
it is denser. I did like it
Yeah.
felt like thicker.
in a
that
way,
fucking
like the Switch is almost better than the Switch 2, but other than like the obvious provable like
hardware upgrades.
nerdy hardware stuff, but otherwise like the essence of it or like the I don't know, like the Switch original Switch is almost better.
Right, for like what they designed it for, it's just
Yeah.
impeccable. Yeah, it's just exactly. It's just like if you're looking at a piece of engineering and being like, we are trying to accomplish something and perfect it, it's not going to do these crazy things, but what it does, it will be unlike anything you'll ever see. It's just, you don't really get that now. Like, I don't think you really get a product that you're like, holy fuck, dude, that was like super well made. Switch 2 game I tried at the demo was a Donkey Kong game, David, that you're like a miner and he digs fucking rocks and shit. I just played it at Target, the demo. Super fun, dude. Super fun. Like I kind of wish I had more time for video games now that I'm a little older and like I kind of want to slow down and you know, now that I got the kid, she's older, I can kind of fucking play games with her. Dude, like there's a lot of cool shit out there. But I didn't bring that up for anything other than just Breath of the Wild is fucking awesome, and I'm on a nostalgia kick right now. I've been enjoying it. I've been ill, David. I'm starting to feel better, so stay well, people. David Goggins is re-enlisting in the military.
Jesus Christ, he's got a little Tom Brady to him, you know.
David, all right. I know we're late today, but I have a theory, David. It's not a theory that's like revelation pounding, but it's something we've talked about, the old earth, right, David? The old histories, the lie of history. Maybe you can type this in Chat GPT or Grok or whatever. Okay. I'm not saying that I think history is fake, okay? But I had the idea, if you were going to fake history,
Mhm.
okay, you wouldn't have to fake all of it, right? You would just have to, you'd have to fake enough in between, like, you might have to fake like a 200-year gap somehow. And then everything downstream there could just be, you know what I mean? And this can kind of explain some of the Galopi Tepes or lost technologies, or I'm not saying that they faked history to hide the technology of the pyramids. What I'm saying is we kind of already see this idea in history that like lost technology like the pyramids is lost over a couple hundred years, because you can see in Egypt that after like they're not building the same pyramids hundreds of years later. They just stopped doing it. So we already see that concept. It's not like out of the realm of possibility. But I'm just wondering, is it possible that at some point in human history, at least the people that write history that we know today, collectively agreed to just be like, this is bullshit and we're going to sell it as truth? Because you think Operation Paperclip, you think declassification, you think the Pope declassification. If they've declassified, I'm sure there's declassified documents from the Civil War still. I'm sure there's things we don't actually know about. And those little things, even if it's a little scrap of history, it would change the general consensus of history. Because history in itself, David, talk about this all the time, is like an idea. It's not really like a thing. You can read everybody's diary that was alive on a day, but that doesn't mean you're like practicing the thought or art of history, you know? Like, I think history, what we're actually mean when we say history is like you're trying to use it as a lens to learn something for the future. And I think like the main, once again, I'm not saying that there's this thing, but I just wonder. I bring it up because I seen a TikTok that a guy thinks, at least this dude on TikTok, 1600 was the date that he thinks everything's bullshit before. Like from 1600 on is
1600
bullshit.
backwards?
But our way is bullshit.
Oh, 1600 to present time.
No, I'm sorry.
1600 to the beginning of time.
It's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. And that's like, you know, for all we know, the earth really is 1600 years old. And I'm not getting into the Bible stuff, but I guess I'll say it this way. I've been writing a fantasy book for on and off for years, but like I dive into it more than others. And the thing I'm realizing, like the world I'm trying to tell a story in is thousands of years old. So like when your characters go to like an old building, like how old's the building? Is it 100 years old, 10 years old, or 1,000 years old? And then like as you like start trying to like, not every building has to have this crazy backstory, but like as you like start trying to like world build, as I've started to try to like world build my own world, it makes me wonder like what world build our world. And I know that naturally because I'm construction, so I go and I build buildings and stuff. So I attach it to buildings like the pyramids or these other objects, but I just think it is possible that they could have got together and the elites of the world from a certain point forward know the actual truth of history. And it may be for nothing other than they just want to. It doesn't have to be that they're holding fucking secret knowledge like how to float or something. It might just be an ego trip. Ghislaine Maxwell's father wrote all the textbooks that we all grew up and read, all of our parents and our grandparents read. So the idea that we actually know history when it was written and selected by people, this is one of the histories written by the victor. Well, not only was it written by a victor, it was written by the victor who runs sex pedophile rings. So that was also hand picking kids through fucking school photographs. So when does the bullshit stop? If you lied about the Federal Reserve, if you lied about COVID, 9/11, I mean, you lied about Vietnam.
Well, right.
You could have lied about Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, if you're lying about current news.
Yeah, I mean, this is the play. It's arguably it's easier to lie now, but it's harder. It's harder to lie now, but it's easier to get it out. Right? Because you have contradictory information. But what happens when it took a fucking month to get a letter? And this is what we're basing. This is what we're basing. We're basing our history of the world and our politics, our geopolitics on Israel when 2,000 years ago, we don't know what happened there. I don't know. It's just, I know we don't know, but it's just an interesting thought I used to be so sure of shit, Dave, and, I kind of said today, but I also told my mom that like, now that we all have to like make a decision, because I think we all kind of know. So until then, Dave Ryan, 1773. Catch us on Rumble for the only podcast left, David. It's the only one left in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you the most. And I'll see everybody later.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.